So in your possession, you have this fine form. Which one did I give you? It's the compound's number 4. Okay, so someday this is part of a test, upcoming events. So this systematic chemical name is probably the one that we'd be the best at. So the top one you can't really do. I would just have to tell you it's sucrose. And then
For which name?
for the C12H22O11 for the system name, which is the second column, that is sucrose. There's rules for that, but you don't know them, so oh well. Everybody should be able to do NaOH because Na is sodium and OH is hydroxide, which, to use one of today's words, would be an example of a base. OH is the basis. Everybody can do the third one. Sodium, hydrogen, carbonate. Fourth one we can maybe do if you understood today's lesson. It starts with H. It has a charged thing, so that's an example of an acid. Then we have to remember what that C2H3O2 is, acetate, and then we trade acetate
For ick.
for an ick. So it's acetic acid.
Isn't that vinegar?
It is. And you're straying into the common name. Go you. So fourth one down, system name is ACETIC acid. And then Aubrey can't contain her enthusiasm. So the common name for that, yes, is vinegar. Let's go ahead and do the top common name too. Sucrose common name is sugar. So common name 1, sugar. Common name 4, vinegar. Fifth one, you could do, but you might not do it right in this setting.
Nitrogen oxide?
That's close. Why did we branch off into the prefixes all of a sudden? Two nonmetals. N and O are both nonmetals. When we branch into two nonmetals, we branch into our prefixes. So yes, on dinitrogen, we do go monoxide. We use mono on the second one. So dinitrogen, monoxide. Sixth one, easy money. Calcium carbonate. Next one, easy money. Calcium hydroxide, which with the OH is another example of a base. This one is a mix. Mg, not bad. Magnesium. SO4, not bad. Sulfate. Then we've got 7 of something. Hepta. And we're going to go hydrate, because another like watery kind of word. Hydrate, water. We've never learned that officially, but it makes a degree of sense. H2SO4 we couldn't do until today, and we already did it today. When we did it a minute ago, it was
Sulfuric acid.
sulfuric acid, and nothing has changed in the last 5 minutes since I wrote that on the board. CO2 we've done for a little while, but be careful a little bit.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, we need the prefixes because it's using two nonmetals. Ca is a metal. How do we know when it's a metal? Left side of the table, or by now you might just start to know that. Anything with a positive charge is a metal. Anything you've memorized with a positive charge, just like name it without fuss. But CaO would be calcium oxide, NaCl, sodium chloride. You probably know that common name. Let's give that one away. Table salt. H2O, common name, water, but over on the system name, no dyes. Why no dyes? Because hydrogen counts as a metal if we need it to. Hydrogen oxide. HCl we already did today. Hydrochloric acid is true. CH4, there's probably rules. I don't know them. We don't know them. It's not been in our book yet. That's called methane. I don't know why it's called methane, but there's some sort of system that gave it that name. We might know what methane is. Yeah, what kind of gas? Natural gas is methane. Almost to the bottom, we can do this one easily. Magnesium hydroxide, which is another example of a
Base.
base. NH3, switch the order in your mind. Hydrogen should go first, but doesn't for some reason. Nitrogen is more of a second thing, but they shuffled this one up, so just like deal with it. Hydrogen counts as a metal, so prefixes. No. Hydrogen nitride is a win. Question about the system names and how to do them?
So, is there only 4 common names?
No, we're going to do more common
Okay.
names, but
That's
we're
what
running
I
out of time. So I figured I'd start from a position of strength, which is the
Okay.
system names. You don't have to actually learn them. You just do them with a couple exceptions. The common names, you probably aren't super excited about learning 17 common names, but it maybe as you grow in appreciation of the IUPAC that they did you a favor, because it's a whole lot easier to do the system names than it is to remember all these common names. But we do know some common names, so that helped a little bit. Does anybody know any of the other common names?
Lye is
NaOH you can call soda lye, SODA like soda pop, LYE, or it's also called caustic soda. You can take your pick of names there. I'm not going to make you do multiple names on ones that have multiple names, just pick a name. But it can be called soda lye, which is an LYE, or caustic, CAUSTIC, not like the caustics we know, but CAUSTIC soda. We'll finish that like tomorrow. That'll either be a quiz, definitely part of the test. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this before Christmas. So based on our calendar, I'm feeling like you would probably much prefer to try to fast forward this in such a way the test can happen before Christmas.
Yes.
Fair?
I would say.
So I think what we'd be shooting for is a Monday practice test, a Tuesday test.
Yes.
No, I'm not. That's correct.
But I think the issue may be, I think it's 2 days worth of tests, so a piece of that may spill to the other side, unless you voluntarily give up a study hall to do that. But I think there's a vocab day, and I think there's a separate problem day, but to be determined on that. But I think we'll do as much as we can to wrap before the break.
Yes.
That's the cut on that.
Do lunch setup and then.
Okay, so compounds paper, picking up where we left off. I will say, I think this is the hardest thing we've had this chapter to just memorize. It's like a bunch of random stuff, and some of it wasn't bad for the system names, and a few of the common names weren't bad, but some of these you'll just have to figure out some memory tricks to keep straight what's what. For the common names. And for the facts, some of them are giveaways, but some of them you just have to try to figure out some memory tricks, something to do that. So common names, I believe we did sugar, I believe we did soda lye and or caustic soda, and then I think we have a few in a row that we didn't do. Is the next one that we did table salt?
We did vinegar.
Vinegar.
We did vinegar. Okay, does anybody know the one before vinegar?
Baking soda.
It is baking soda. So baking soda can work, bicarbonate can work, either of those can work, you take your pick. N2O would be an old time kind of
Laughing
dentist
gas.
thing. It is laughing gas. How'd you know that?
Homework.
Was it in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I filled in the ones from the homework.
Okay, that's clever. I'm like, how do you know these?
Yeah, so I know the next one too.
That'll
and then
do it.
And then I go on to Cold Street.
Okay. Next one.
Marble.
Marble works. Chalk also works. Limestone also works. You have 3 options there. You don't have to give me all 3. Any of those would work. Anybody CaOH2? Okay, that's a thing called slaked lime. S-L-A-K-E-D, lime. Anybody know the long one?
Is it Epsom salt?
It is Epsom, E-P-S-O-M, salts, but I'm not going to mark spelling wrong on some of these words. H2SO4.
Muller.
Muriatic acid will be later. This one's called oil.
That's the hydrochloric.
Oil of vitriol. Oil of vitriol. Vitriol is an English word that means sort of like anger, rage, kind of
Wait, so what is it?
hatred. Oil of vitriol.
So it's the
Vitriol. It's like an angry acid.
So it's the oil of hatred?
It is sort of. I think sulfuric acid is what created the Joker in Batman comics. I believe he was pitched into sulfuric acid and like melted his face. Not the Heath Ledger movie Batman Joker, but
Like the comic.
yeah, the comic original Joker from my childhood. CO2 is something you might deal with at the theater or a concert. It's dry ice. It's also called carbonic gas. Also at the Penn State Creamery.
If you said that, I could have gotten
Yeah,
it.
dry ice. CaO. It's quicklime, also called lime. There's a few of these that are lime, and that doesn't help us. But quicklime or lime. I had one time somebody in chemistry that their parents had like a plastering business, and they knew some of these because it had to do with like stuff they actually did with their family with mixing together lime and different things to make plastering ingredients. We did table salt, right? We did water. HCl is the
That's
one.
That's the acid that she said.
Yeah, the HCl is muriatic acid. Swimming pool people might deal with that. In my swimming pool management career in my yard, I have done some things with muriatic acid, either to clean the filter parts, or I think it also does some things to affect your pH, maybe. MURIATIC, pronounced muriatic acid. Natural gas, I think we did.
Yeah.
MG thing
Milk of magnesia.
is milk of magnesia. That would be like a grandma suggestion for some certain things. So would Epsom salts. That would be like a grandma suggestion, maybe for some physical things. NH4 is NH3 very much like NH4 in name. What's NH4? Ammonia. This is ammonia. AMMONIA. Question about common names?
Can you repeat the milk of?
Milk of magnesia, MAGNESIA. And they're all in the book. I didn't invent these. I just took information that's in the book and pulled them out. I think, aren't they in like a chart or something?
Yeah.
Then it's just a question of what are things for. So some of them are like dead giveaways. I think water would have to be a giveaway.
D.
Is D. Table salt, I think, would be a giveaway. That's G.
I'm gonna guess C is sugar.
C is sugar.
M is Epsom salt.
Yes. M is Epsom salts. So that is like if you had a really bad like cut kind of situation on your legs or whatever, they might have you bathe in Epsom salts. That is like still a thing that does happen. But Epsom salts was M.
Is muriatic acid L?
Muriatic acid is L. I sort of gave that one away with my swimming pool story.
Soda lye H.
Soda lye is H.
Dry ice Q.
Dry ice is Q. Freezing stuff, it is a greenhouse gas.
Which one's dry ice?
Dry
Oh, I
ice.
see it. Never mind.
Oh, see it.
Q.
Is Q.
Is E.
E is slate lime. Yeah, the limes get hard. Slate lime is the E.
I is calcium carbonate.
I is calcium carbonate. Yes, that's the marble chalk limestone.
Sometimes.
True.
Vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar's in here.
That's what I'm looking for.
Is
N.
natural gas jet.
N is vinegar, so salad dressing, N for vinegar, that's kind of like a giveaway. Natural gas is probably a giveaway.
Is that J?
That's J, just to heat your house is mostly natural gas. Some people are electric and other things, oil, heating oils and whatnot, but natural gas is your dominant heater.
F is baking soda.
Baking soda is F. It's used in baking powder as well as other things. You can put out fires with that. Deodorant, if you run out of deodorant and you have any baking soda handy, that can get you through for a couple days so people don't find you stinky.
Milk of magnesia is K.
Milk of magnesia is K. That's like stomachy stuff. It's not as popular anymore, but there used to be TV commercials about if your stomach's upset, count on your mom, M-O-M, milk of magnesia. That was like a stomachy.
Laughing gas.
Laughing gas, yeah, that used to be a dentist kind of thing to make you not feel your pain of your tooth procedures. But yeah, O, laughing gas is O.
Lime P.
Lime, regular lime, which is the CaO, the calcium oxide one, that is P.
Is ammonia A.
Ammonia is A. Mostly I know that as a cleaner. It has a very powerful smell. It almost like makes your eyes water. That's a pretty serious chemical.
The oil is the battery acid. I mean B.
Sulfuric acid, oil of vitriol, that is B. That's battery acid or cleaning metals. Yeah, sulfuric acid is like serious stuff. Battery acid is like serious stuff. If you have a battery ever corrode, you want to be respectful of how you're cleaning that out. But yeah, if any of you ever have batteries go bad in one of your products,
And there's like black oil.
it just
Oh,
like
yeah.
it like melts the metal stuff in there. That's bad news.
It's like why if you swallow a battery, like a kid swallows a battery, you gotta get them
Yeah, that's
surgery.
swallowing a battery. You need that out of your stomach and fast. Yeah.
Bro.
Do we have any gaps? We skipped all around there.
I don't have I.
I is with calcium carbonate. It's about 6 down.
The marble.
The marble.
And then the other one.
What else are we short?
I mean, do you want
Any
to
more
just
short?
go straight
I can
down
go
the
straight
letters?
down, yeah. So straight down the fact match is CHFNOIEM BQ PG DL JK, just kidding, A. Anybody run down on that? The order gets scrambled every time. The practice test will have a practice page that you could use. I'm fine giving you a spare of this one if you want one just to have. So there's a nodding head over that away.
I will be there.
One behind you there. One behind you there. Anybody else want a spare of this group 4? If you want,
Not taking spelling for some reason.
I would count the spellings against you on the system names
But like oil,
because
vitriol.
I'm not going to count spelling against you on any common names. But the system names, that's been part of our
Yeah, that
course,
makes
is
sense.
learning how to spell the elements and the ions and stuff. So I would hold you to the same standard there, but I'm not going to turn this into a spelling test for things like muriatic.
I think I could sound out for that. Just vitriol?
Yeah. If you want more practice sheets ever, there is a version 3, version 2, and version 1. Like those would have been quizzes other years depending on our pace line, but where we land on vacation, it just, we need to take a pass on this. We'll just see it on the test.
So we're gonna do the practice test tomorrow.
We'll do the practice test tomorrow and then into tests next week.
My shoe at my homework.
Question anything there?
My shoe 8 years ago.
Okay. Why don't we cut that